TATS. Two Asians talk sports.
What's up, Tats Nation?
What's up?
Number 48, April 24th, downtown Fayetteville.
For Labs,
So Chef Lou,
Dirty Rice,
and we'll go into Mac Facts.
Mac Facts. Today, it's like the 47th birthday of one of my favorite players in baseball. Hall of Famer. He was inducted last year. It's Chipper Jones, man. Love that picture. Looks like the sun in his eyes, or is he high?
I mean, this is a photo session with a backdrop, so I don't think he's outside here.
Maybe they got the light shining real, bright on him. But I don't know. This was back in '95, I guess, is when this picture
all
was
these
taken.
photos are from the off season. So
Yeah. So man.
so that they don't have.
He's he's one of the greatest switch hitters
Yeah,
ever.
Chipper's good.
Ever, man. So
Chipper's good.
yeah, it's really not talked about as much, but just because he doesn't have the numbers, because he's switch hit. But yeah, he's like what, 8-time All-Star, isn't that?
He's got,
played with one team.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. He was first ballot.
He was with the all the great he was still playing with all the great Braves pitchers, right? Lavin, Maddox, Smoltz.
He played
Hudson.
Yeah, he played with him. It's the only team he played for is the Braves. Yeah. It's the only team he's played for, man.
When did he retire? Like what, 5, 6, 7 years ago?
Yeah,
not that long, right? It hasn't been a decade yet.
No, he probably retired like 12 or 13.
12 or 13.
So yeah, like I said, last year was the first year. So yeah, like he's tops in not at the top, but he's like top 5 in a lot of hitting categories for switch hitters, man.
He was more of a contact guy, right?
Well, he did have like 400 home runs. Yeah, I think his career batting average is just above 300. He won 1 batting title.
Yeah, I don't think switch hitters hit that many home runs where they're known for their power, but they're definitely contact guys.
Yeah, switch hitters. Well, yeah, the guy that's ahead of him in home runs for switch hitters, some guy named Eddie Murray. I don't know. Some guy named Eddie Murray, man. Eddie Murray. So, but he's got 500 home runs. He's way ahead of him. Yeah,
it's pretty far ahead.
Yeah, and that guy's a Hall of Famer too. So,
he well deserved.
well deserved.
deserved.
Yeah, but who's in the corner today?
Oh man, we're gonna keep this one short. Not too much dialogue. Just gonna post it up and leave it there. Luke Walton, sexual assault case. Just gonna leave it there, and kind of move on.
Was that the press conference? Is that a photo from the press conference?
No, that's actually when he was introduced.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
but he does look pretty sad. I mean, this will be very applicable for the situation. But yeah, so before we get into weekly updates, we'll kind of if we can get the on-camera shot, finally get the mugs back. It's been a while since we had these.
Oh yeah,
it's been a little bit.
These biggins.
But we got the keg refilled, and the mugs are back. No more bottles, just big old mugs.
Well, I mean that is until
it's out again.
Yeah, until you guys consume all of it. Or everyone else consumes all of it.
Probably Sam.
Nah, not me.
That's Sam.
But anyway, out there, we do accept donations.
Yeah,
we do accept donations.
Send it to me because I'm paying for all the shit.
Yeah. Send to Phillips. But yeah, so we'll move on, and I kind of did this for Pho here. Marshawn is retiring.
Oh yeah,
Marshawn's hanging up. We don't get to see him
again.
But I think it's for good this time. Going to his hometown, playing. He's like, yeah, I'm done. There's a lot of tweets from former teammates like Russell and all that that play with one of the greatest. But like, he was kind of on the tail end, but he was still, doing what he does.
He's just a pounder, man.
He's a pounder.
He's a pounder.
Yeah, you don't get running backs like that no more, though. I mean, yeah, you don't get running backs like that no more.
No.
Who's that? Like, what do they call him? They call him a bruiser.
A bruiser, yeah.
Bruiser.
A bruiser is the word.
You don't get those no more.
Why not, do you think? It's not as flashy?
Well, because, like, man, I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't think... I think the backs are just built differently now. They're more like a Le'Veon Bell type, Zeke Elliott type, than they are like a Barkley type, right?
Like a 3-down backer now?
Yeah.
A lot of guys want to play 3 downs. Is that what it is?
And then on top of that, now you also have teams that utilize like specialties. Darren Sproles still has a job because he's like a specialty third down back. He doesn't run it much. He comes out of the backfield, and Cowboys had a few of those that didn't pan out because they don't know how to run an offense. But it's just how the game has evolved. Like kind of how we always talk about, the game evolves. Is it fair to compare this guy to this guy? They came from different generations and whatnot. So that's definitely always interesting. Oh, and before I leave it there, speaking of Russell Wilson, he actually gifted his entire O-line. Excuse me, all like 11 or 12 players, $12,000 in Amazon stock each. He said something about y'all protect me and y'all invest in my life. I'm gonna invest in y'all's life. So that's probably like what, maybe like 10 shares, 10 shares each. Man, I haven't checked Amazon prices in a while, but I feel like that's about 10 shares each of Amazon to the lineman. I mean, I think I appreciate that more than like these guys buying like Rolexes and stuff. It's just like,
yeah,
like give them something. But of course, hopefully these guys don't just go and cash out.
Cash out.
Cash me out.
Cash me outside. Cash me outside.
Yep. So now we're gonna move on a little bit. We go. Let's go NBA.
Yeah. Couple series is over.
Yeah, a couple series over. But before we hit the media on this, this is about the Portland Trailblazers. And I remember us talking about this a couple episodes ago because whenever Nurkic got hurt, we're like, oh man, Blazers again, same old. And dude, man, they've been playing really good. Cantor has been done very well. I don't know if he's as good, but he's done very well of replacing him. And it was a great series. I get to watch part of the game, but I went to sleep before the game was over. But kind of show you guys to the game pretty much right here.
Clock is off. Portland has a timeout. Lillard, a chance to send the Thunder home.
I mean, like, this is deep. That's like 50 feet.
I know. It's insane, man. What is this?
That was 50 feet. Look at that. That's almost at half court. That's like maybe 3 feet in from half court.
Jeez. Going away.
Yeah, and I was reading a stat on this, as I was coming here. From 30 to 40 feet, Lillard is hitting at 34%.
What's the minimum?
It's over 50 shots.
He's taking 50 shots from that far?
So he's taking over 50 shots from there throughout the season. And then they were showing, for comparison, Paul George's number from just from just beyond the arc at 38%. So he's almost shooting the same, but from so much further back. That was like a 50
at the same rate, but you're not talking about the volume of shots.
The volume's different, but I mean, 50 shots is still pretty good.
So what are you trying to say? That he should shoot from back there more often? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not gonna lie. Before I really saw
that just sounds ridiculous.
If he can hit them at that rate, why not? Like he hit quite a few of those in the playoffs too. Okay. Before Steph Curry kind of like took over, like I watched a lot of Damian. Like before, I was a Golden State boat rider. I watched a lot of Damian Lillard, and I used to see him hit shots like that all the time. Like not 50 feet, maybe like 5 to 6 foot back, 8 feet back from the 3-point line. I see him shoot that all the time, and he would make it. Like when he's hot, like you you just can't do anything.
You just gotta throw it up.
Yeah, and then I remember it because like I always remember the story and everything, and it's always like, yeah, man, from Weber State, blah blah blah, you know, and it kept showing Weber State, and I was just like, yeah, man, like I like this guy, and then he kind of just fell off, and I felt like he kind of like plateaued pretty early. But hey, you know, it's great that they got through. I don't even know who they're supposed to play now. I probably gotta look at the bracket, but
Yeah,
that's good for them.
Hold up. There are 3, so they play the 2-7.
Oh yeah. So they'll play Denver.
Denver or San Antonio.
Or San Antonio.
Denver.
I really like them against Denver. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they're almost the same team, so I can see an upset there.
Well,
Denver
Denver
it wouldn't really be an upset, like a 2 versus a 3.
Denver haven't won their series yet, though.
Yeah, they haven't. But I mean, last night was a really good performance by them. You know, so yeah, I mean, we can just kind of roll the what's left of the schedule here. You know, but I think Portland now. I mean, this is not like last year when they got swept by New Orleans. But they match up well against all these teams. All of them.
Yeah.
Every single one. Like this, they all like except Denver. I don't really know how Denver plays, but with the style of play, they'll match up against Houston. They'll match up against Golden State, which is most likely going to be the following round, right? Man, I can see them beating San Antonio or Denver. So I can see them doing something.
Yeah, they haven't been that far in a long time.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what? It's by like a lot of guys that are not superstars, right? Harkless, not a superstar. Ed Davis, not a superstar. Aminu, not a superstar. Like McCollum, man, he's good. I don't think he's a superstar.
but he's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. You know, you have like franchise guys. I would consider Damian a franchise guy. And just, you know, so we're all transparent as I can pick on myself. Remember, beginning of the year, I said the 2 teams that are gonna blow themselves up: Washington and Portland. And look at Portland now. I was wrong.
Washington's gonna do it though, huh?
They were probably going to. I mean, but the thing is, I don't know how they're gonna get rid of Wall, but Beal was untradeable once Wall went down. Because I mean, you still like as a team, you still gotta care about your fan base, right? Like, what are they coming for now?
Yeah, they coming for nobody.
Right. They ain't coming for Trevor Ariza.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, you gotta have a somebody to attract. I mean, especially the season tickets gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
The season ticket holders will be like, man, I paid for these tickets before the season started, and now you guys gonna steal. You know.
we got John Wall going to the club, then getting hurt.
Ah, man. No.
Overweight, don't care. Yeah, that team is a disaster. You know, I'm curious what Oklahoma City's gonna do now.
Yeah.
They can't win with
What?
Can't win with Westbrook.
Did George sign a multiple year deal or was
Yeah. He signed the max deal, which was a 5-year.
5-year? Damn.
5-year, and then I think Russell signed during the season, so they're both locked up. You know, but the only one that they kept is the one they shouldn't have kept from the trio,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. But we'll see. We'll see what OKC does. I think there's gonna be a lot of moving parts this summer.
Every season that the NBA always has.
Well, like man, I'm
Like
thinking
big name
I'm thinking like big shifts,
big
this
name
year.
moves. There's a lot of big name moves in the NBA.
I mean, like man, we could see KD going the other way.
But
Yeah.
AD
Yeah, AD. That's gonna be the most.
sought after name.
Yeah, and then you still have DeMarcus Cousins. So I mean, there's a lot of moving parts.
Jeez.
So yeah, we'll kind of go through the bracket real quick of kind of what's left. Golden State and Houston's gonna play each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was before last night. And then we're still waiting on the Portland matchup. This Bucks Celtics matchup. I see a lot of people saying there's gonna be an
Intriguing.
upset here.
You think so? Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I still think Milwaukee doesn't have shooters as good as Giannis is. They don't have shooters. But the thing is, with that being said, Boston is not Boston of last year. They're okay, which is why they're middle of the pack in the playoffs.
Part of the reason why they're middle of the pack is they've been slipping the past month.
Yeah, I mean they've been slipping bad. Like
Yeah.
they just I mean like there's been a lot of blow ups on each other and etc. And I think that 76er Raptor series would be
That's
very
intriguing.
interesting too.
Yeah, man, that's sounds good.
But I think if Philly brings that intensity like they did with dude, there was so many scuffles in that series. With the
Oh
Brooklyn
yeah,
series.
yeah, with Jimmy Butler and stuff.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I think that kind of lights a fire under all the team that hey, you know, we're here to kind of do something, and I can see a small upset there. I liked the 76ers because they have more stars, right? Just because, you know, Toronto's good. Like I like whenever they got Gasol. But other than that, I mean, I feel like the bench is a little weak.
Okay.
But 76ers, I mean, they're probably still missing a shooter or so, but I mean, that starting five is pretty deadly. If Embiid doesn't miss any games, I can see that going 6-game Philly way. They'll so the first 2 games, what has to happen is obviously they have to take one in Toronto. First 2 games. And they should take the first one. If not both.
If not both, you think they can take both?
I mean, the thing is, I don't think people were scared playing in Toronto.
You know,
Right? It doesn't scare anybody. Oh, we got to play. No, nobody gets scared playing Toronto.
yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. We'll see. But, man, it's going to be exciting times.
Yeah, because really the first round of the NBA is pretty non-eventful.
Because all the square plays happens. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just you can pencil them in like one's gonna win. It's just very
Yeah,
few
like the chances are not
surprises.
high. You know,
Yeah.
like you got to lay like $50,000 for the Warriors to win the series. You know, to win $100.
Yeah.
Some ridiculous like that.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll get some more clarification come next time. When
Yeah.
we get on here, we should be into round 2 by then, right?
Oh yeah. Round 2's gonna.
Because there's only 2 more games left, and then does all round 2 have to start at the same time, or as long as one side's finished?
I'm not sure, but I remember a time when Game 1 of round 2 started when a series was still going on.
Okay, then
for the
it's
past
just
year.
each side has to finish.
I'm not
just one side.
I'm not sure if that's still the case. I'm not sure, but I remember
We'll see.
there was a time like that.
We'll see. So we'll just do a quick baseball update. I don't have any headlines. You know, does anything poke out at you, Mr. Mack?
No, it's just besides the Cardinals kind of moving up now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Cardinals making a move, but man, that division's tight. Look at that. Like 1 through 4 separated by 2 games. But same thing can be said about the NL East separated by 1.5 games.
Yeah, everything.
That's probably the tightest division there.
Everything's still kind of the same, you
Yeah.
know, from last time.
But here's the most surprising thing. So I was going through the weekly, the weekly ESPN power ranking.
Mm-hmm.
They had Tampa Bay number 2 without Snell, because he's been hurt for like over a week now.
Well, if they're doing good, man, they're doing good.
I don't think they can sustain,
Yeah. So.
especially in that division. I mean, Boston's gonna wake up eventually. New York will get all the injuries back, and boom, there you go. You'll be 3rd in the division, but you're ranked number 2 right now.
Yeah,
in all of baseball.
It's still only a couple weeks old, so you know. I mean, but if they're still like near the top at about, you know, come June, they're gonna start believing like, hey, man, we're pretty good. You know, they're gonna see. But early on, if they start falling down,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like they're done by June. There's no chance of them, you know.
Yeah.
So
Pack it up early, and they don't go with a traditional pitching staff, because you know they're the team that experimented late last year, and they're still doing it to where they have a reliever start the game to go through the first. Like, I don't get it, but you whatever, right? So that's what they're doing, but I don't know. We'll see. And then I know we kind of have it taken down, but Seattle 163 runs, still 30 ahead of everybody right now. They just kind of slow down a little bit, but they're still 30 ahead of the rest of the league. But they probably have +2 games on everybody.
They played 2 more games.
Yeah, so far because they started the season early.
Yeah.
But
that's right.
I mean, not both games were 15 runs each. So I mean, they're on a good pace.
Yeah. It ain't May yet, so
We're about to be there.
yeah. But it's still the greatest month, right? It's still the greatest month.
It's still the best month.
Best month.
Still the best month.
Best month of the year. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, man.
So what we got? What we got in soccer?
We're going soccer? Oh yeah, I just want to bring up the UEFA Championships semifinals coming up Tuesday and Wednesday next week. So, you know what I mean? First match, I mean, like the on the screen there, Tottenham and Ajax. Yeah, those are like the smaller stature teams, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one, the Barcelona, Liverpool,
Oh, those
that's
are
like
the powerhouse.
that's Mike Tyson and Holyfield. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
So is that the real finals there? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, people are kind of thinking that, you know, that's the real finals right there, Barcelona.
You know,
Liverpool.
like it sucks that you like. I mean, in so many leagues that's been happening. Like you get the finals before the actual finals. Like, you know, last year NBA it was Golden State, Houston,
yep.
right? Baseball it was Yankees, Red Sox, right? It's like, and then before that it was also Golden State,
Yeah.
Houston the year before that. So, you know, it looks like a lot of the playoffs have been set up to where it's the finals is really the semifinals, and then when you get there, it's just like, it's gonna be a blowout.
But at least here, you know, if that's the real final, the Barcelona Liverpool, at least you get 2 games out of it. At least you get to watch 2 games instead of 1.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
watch the winning team dominate the other game, right?
Yeah, but the other team, man, I'm rooting for Ajax, man. I want to see a team from a smaller league win it.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, you know.
Hey, you know, we all like to see that.
But you know, we all like to see it. The only people who hate are like sponsors and stuff because you know
We gave you all that money and you lose to them.
when you don't have like a big market team or big in soccer, a big stature team, you know, big club is what they like to say, play in these games. It's like the ratings are lower and you know what I mean, things like that. You know, it's kind of like the big market teams in the U.S. I mean, in the North American sports, you know, the league wants those teams to be in it, to get better ratings and this and that. You know,
TV rating matters.
But that's coming up next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So, you know, by the time we come on next week,
What are the finals?
one leg's gonna be done.
Yeah, and then when's the final? Like Saturday or something? Sunday?
No, that's
Monday?
gonna be in like June or
What?
yeah, it's gonna be in like
That's
June.
such a long layoff. In
Yeah.
June, like the whole May.
The beginning of June. I mean,
It's like whole May. Like, is there just no soccer at all, or is it just like the game? Like, it's like towards different conferences or different cups and whatnot.
it's May 1st is gonna be Wednesday,
Oh,
so it's gonna be one of the games gonna be played on May 1st.
okay, gotcha.
So then another week it's gonna be played on May 7th and 8th,
Okay.
and then a couple weeks. I mean, I think it might be on like May 30th or like that is when the final is. May 30th.
May 30th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good time to prep. You know, I was looking up the MLS power ranking.
Uh-huh.
Hey, who was the 2 teams that made the MLS? Was it Atlanta and who
Ooh.
Last season?
Yeah.
last season? Was it Portland?
Timbers?
No.
I thought there was a Sounders guy up there. I don't know. Have to look.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Dang, I
No, LFC lost to
to
Salt Lake like
in like a playoff game.
Yes.
Yeah. The number 1 team. Flo would like to hear this.
Oh yeah. I know.
LAFC.
Yeah, dude, they're built to win.
They are. I mean, they're a powerhouse. So, Rossi's got Rossi and Vela's got.
They're like 1 and 2 in goals.
Yeah,
maybe.
and Vela's got the most MLS goals in the history of MLS for the opening season, right? Something like that.
Yeah, some stat like that. Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, it's just if they don't win it all, it's a disappointment.
It'd be a disappointment because they
gonna be-
built up because they've Yeah, they've done extremely well aside from the match before last. I mean, they beat the Sounders last week, I believe. And then
on over the weekend, but they played a midweek game and they just looked against
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah, that was the Whitecaps.
Yeah, it's just
they
like-
just didn't
I think they only
didn't
lost
look
like one game so far.
Yeah,
to the Whitecaps.
Yeah, to the Whitecaps.
That was their first loss.
That was
like
just-
the other one they had a draw.
uninspired. It was just
Yeah.
uninspired,
I
man.
just blame fucking Canada. Who gives a shit? Fucking Canadians. No,
See,
yeah,
and
they weren't-
exactly. That's why whenever Philly
weren't
goes to
looking
Toronto, it doesn't scare them.
Doesn't scare them, but
They weren't
man,
looking good, but that was their own fault. So
Not enough noise.
road games though, like I said, road games is just weird.
Lee Wynn's back in the pitch though. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
cool.
okay.
But I mean, they've been doing pretty well. I mean, they are so stacked.
Yeah, they
All
don't.
positions they're so stacked. So even if he was out, like
Is it just
K was on there and he was like he was badass. I mean, all their positions are good. So the depth is crazy.
So it's just the LA money?
No,
No.
I mean, it's got. I mean,
they
Is
the money, the support.
Is MLS uncapped?
no, they have a salary
Yeah,
cap.
they do have a salary cap. I mean, obviously you got international stars that are making much more. but
Yeah, they call them designated players.
Yeah, like Vela's got like what? I mean, was it like $2 million a year contract or something?
Yeah, while everybody else making like 100,000.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's either from anywhere from 100,000 to 500,000.
Yeah,
So, like, when Lee transferred over, he had super low, and when he was with the Revs, and then he's making like, $500,000 a year. So, and then now he owns a small esports franchise. So that's interesting to see where that goes.
yeah. MLS players don't make that much.
No.
They really don't. Man.
Yeah, I never really knew the salary for MLS, just because like it's kind of like drowned out by all the big money, all the big stars get in Europe,
Oh yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, well they gotta get paid like similar, kind of like baseball or something like that. Most guys make a couple mil, like 3 to 4, right? But I guess now I know, 100 to 500 is the range for these players.
There's a lot.
Unless you get transferred, right?
But the thing is, yeah, I don't know. I mean, MLS. I mean, with the salary cap, it's designed to be competitive. You look at some of the European leagues. Like a lot of the top spending teams spend like 600 million. I guess it's euros.
Jeep.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, they I don't know 600, but yeah, but then like the smallest spending team spends like,
2 mil, whole team
yeah,
with travel included.
Carlos Vela, $4.5 million in 2018.
yeah.
So his is among the top, which makes fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the Mexican national team. He played on I forgot that's what
So how did the Galaxy get Beckham for 25 mil a year? I guess because he was designated, or
He
is
was
it
the first
before?
designated. He was the first one.
Um,
He was the first designated player. I mean, that's how it started. They created this thing called the designated player to try to attract big name guys into the league.
kind of like what baseball does for like the international like signing and the bid system with like the Japanese players trying to come over.
Thing is, Major League Baseball doesn't need that. They got enough stars to sell the game.
Well, yeah,
MLS is it's a different setup.
okay. I got you.
But that's just I did. But
shout out to Ozark FC. Yeah.
Ozark.
Ozark FC.
So
All time.
So they active though.
Yeah, they're active.
Okay.
so let's talk some pucks.
Puck. Yeah, man. Basically, one. I mean, I'm pretty sure the final game of the first round's ended already. I haven't looked at the score, but yeah, man. Both number ones seeds on from the East and the West lost first, and they lost 4-0 and 4-1. Were how the series turned out. That's crazy, man. It's just hockey is just much more unpredictable. So, but there were 3 game sevens in the first round, man.
Yeah, I think tonight Washington Columbus, right?
Washington, Carolina.
Or Carolina, yeah.
Yeah, they.
What seed was Washington overall? Whoa, hold on.
They were probably like, I mean, they don't go by overall seeds. they go like the top
Oh, like division and
the top 3, yeah, because they want to build a rivalry.
Nah.
Like for instance, Boston and Toronto's played the last three postseasons.
Oh, okay.
First round, Boston's won them all.
Are they gonna win tonight?
They've already won the Game 7 yesterday,
Oh,
last night, man.
well,
So
there we go. They still winning them all.
yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just jeez. I mean, but
Dude, man.
3 Game 7. But no, last night though, it was pretty late when it happened, man. Game 7 against the Vegas Golden Knights and the San Jose Sharks, man. Dude, San Jose scored 4 goals in a 5-minute major. 5-minute major. I mean, during a penalty. I mean, a normal penalty. I mean, for those of you who don't know hockey, just a minor infraction, you get 2 minutes.
2-minute.
2-minute penalty. But when you score a goal,
They come out.
they come out. The power play ends. But in a major, the power play doesn't end. It still continues. They were down 3-0, and then they got 4 goals in those 5 minutes.
So you pretty much got a power play for 5 minutes.
yeah.
Say, I'm not gonna lie. I watched a lot of hockey. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mac Facts. Mac
No,
Facts.
but that's if it's a major.
Yeah.
The guy who got called on was also kicked out of the game. He was ejected too.
Oh, so he got to stay in the box for 5
No,
minutes.
no.
Watch. Oh, no. Somebody else sits in the box.
Somebody
for him?
else sits in the box for him.
Oh, I was gonna say that's miserable. If you got to sit in the box for 5 minutes and see them score 4 goals, and then whenever it's over, you got to get escorted out.
Yeah. So yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they scored 4.
Rough life.
They ended up winning the game, but the game was tied at the end of the 3rd period, and they went into overtime. Man, it was crazy. It was
Damn.
crazy, man. I've never seen anything like that.
Dude,
Like
that's a
4
lot.
goals in a when a team was down 3-0, and
Man,
they
that means their
scored.
power play must be real good.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Hey, man,
something happened.
They take advantage. So that's man down. They got a man down.
They just got.
I
I don't
can't
know.
believe Vegas Knights went down, man.
They was just energized.
It was a good story last year. I mean, great storyline last year.
Oh yeah, but
But man, I was what I was trying to say earlier is I saw that the Islanders got rid of Pittsburgh.
yeah, swept them.
Wow.
Swept them. Oh, wow. See, man, in hockey, the stars will
crazy.
get the recognition, but in the playoffs, you know what I mean. You're like the no name guys show up. It's whose no name guys show up really wins. You know.
That's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
It's great. Yeah, they swept them. I mean, like they were talking about Pittsburgh blowing up the whole team now.
That's crazy.
Except for, their 2 stars. They said everybody's tradable or something like
Except
that.
for Crosby.
Crosby and Malkin, all the 2 guys that aren't, So
Well, that's crazy. I would not expect that
who-
because like I don't think the Islanders.
dang. It's 3-3. Game ain't
3-3.
over yet.
Yeah, game ain't over.
For the game for the final Game 7.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. It's it Rocket Jazz, right?
Yep,
Going on, so.
Jazz.
And that's only Game 5.
It's only game 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now
Hmm.
we got your favorite section coming up.
Oh.
So I mean, I think there's only one game tonight.
Nets.
If you want
Warriors.
to bet that game, you can. But I'm gonna bet on tomorrow's game, fictionally.
If there is one, who's
Denver.
Denver
San Antonio.
Man, Denver's gonna, they're gonna win it. They're gonna finish him off.
All right, so I'm guessing you taking +3. I'm taking San Antonio -3. We got that solved real quick. Yeah, so the spread's 3.
Like I said, they're gonna finish him in 6.
All right. Well, my prediction of 6 was gonna be off because they can't win it. They can just tie and take it to a game 7. So we'll leave it at that. And just as a quick update for everybody, for the record, Sam's 5-3. I'm 7-1. So what that will look like dollar-wise if we bet $100 every game. Sam's at $1,200 when we started at $1,000. So he's at 20% return over 8 weeks.
That's cool.
Hey, that's cool. Some people don't even see 20% return in 2 years. But for me, I'm at a 60% return.
Hey,
But I don't have real money on this. So.
you can't stay hot forever.
Can't stay hot forever, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then now,
Only on the poker table, right? You
only
stay
on the
hot.
poker table. That's the hardest place to stay hot. No, we'll turn over to Pho for fresh plugs.
What's up, guys? I don't really have too many plugs aside from the usual drive-in speaker box going down. It goes down every Monday evening, 8 p.m. Central here at the Pho Labs until we move into the new Speaker Lab Studios, which is the new space that myself and the boom operator / beatbox / Bo Counts signed on a little over a month ago. So we're still trying to get that move-in process happening, but it's everyone's pretty fucking busy. So Bo has some cool shit in there actually right now. We're probably gonna need to take. I was talking to Sam yesterday and last night's call, and probably take like a Saturday or Sunday or something this coming month and hit some flea markets or garage sales, pick up some gear to build out the TATS set. So in addition to that, this isn't really a normal plug, but last night I binge watched season 2 of Cobra Kai, which was released, and pretty badass YouTube exclusive, YouTube premiere series so Cobra Kai is, many people have probably recognize that that's the competing dojo in the original Karate Kids 1 and 3 at least. So the cool thing is that they made it into a series. They have the original cast that played, Johnny and Daniel LaRusso, and it is actually a very, very well written. The screenwriting's awesome. It covers a lot of it's nostalgic in the 80s sense, but also highlights a lot of the problems, the issues that modern society and from adults, Gen Xers, millennials, high schoolers. So a lot of the moments really catches the feels, makes you think back to high school times, bullying, things of that nature, stupid, emotionally driven relationships. But then, you get some badass, karate and fights and things like that. And, say what you want. Obviously, it's, no, if you're like an MMA fan, you're probably not going to like it. But if you separate that from the actual content itself, it's pretty dope. So just wanted to plug that because I watched 5 episodes last night, 5 episodes the other night. And it was pretty crazy. So I have to wait now another year, which is fine because I really shouldn't be binge watching stuff anyways. So I leave it at a minimum. So I try to get it over with because we've got shit to do. Aside from that, I don't really have any other fresh plugs. I'm good there.
So was that the first season? Or?
Oh, season 2. So season 1,
two?
season 1 and 2 are available on YouTube.
Oh, really?
So I'd say I don't know. I'm pretty sure you don't really have to have a YouTube TV account. It's just it might be standard YouTube.
I've been seeing it a lot on whenever I'm going through YouTube. I'm like Cobra Kai.
Yeah. It's like
what is
a lot,
this?
when it was first introduced, I was skeptical. The trailer, I was just like, okay, cool. They had some decent screenwriters. Okay, they brought the original actors out, and then I watched it, and I was just like, pretty blown away. And Bo Beatbox Boom Operator, he concurs too, and he's a much better movie show critic than I. So, and pretty badass actually, very badass. So it's a pretty good watch. 30-minute episodes, but because they're 30 minutes, it's easy to binge watch and consume. So, but I mean, I feel like that's how most people in this day and age are consuming things, whether it be video, audio, songs, porn, whatever it is, podcasts, all that shit. So it's instant gratification is there for the taking. So
yeah, because there's so many things to pick from. You know, if something isn't doing it for you right away, it's like it's so easy just to find something else.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely, like people on YouTube, and let's say whoever's on this or watches the recording later on, it's like you're gonna see people just kind of just bring in, they're just going to tune out after 15, 20 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or not 15, 20 seconds, I mean.
Yeah.
Right? If it's not sticky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the world of marketing. That's why, marketing mofos, the big ones, are getting paid the big bucks, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, but that's what I got on Fresh Plugs. So,
Any last words, Sam?
Do you have any last words?
oh yeah, check us out on the podcast too. The recording on the YouTubes, but Spotify, TuneIn, iTunes were on there as well. Apple took fucking long enough to approve us at the time. But
Crapple.
Yeah, Crapple. What else? Spreaker. I think we're on Spreaker. I don't know. We're all on the major ones, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Just
Oh yeah, and happy fucking birthday.
Yeah.
Early birthday to Chef Lou.
Chef flew early.
Yeah.
He's gonna be up till midnight. He's gonna be
It's all right.
popping bottles. He's gonna
Oh,
popping
That's
bottles.
why it's
shit,
the best
I mean,
month. It's the best month.
we might as well end with all right, we'll leave it on. I'm just gonna
Do a
pour a few birthday shots.
yeah.
A few.
Do it.
Just one.
Reminiscent of the good old birthdays at the Plex, right? Sam?
Yeah, birthday at the Plex. Any kind of find any reason
Found any reason to celebrate.
to celebrate. Yeah. And it's just
But hey, you know what? Hey, we've been doing this 48 episodes long. It's been a little bit over a year.
Not sponsored by any means.
Not sponsored, but we will take sponsorship.
take gifts.
We're about to hit 50. We had a few breaks and whatnot with just like scheduling, vacation, and towards the end of the year,
Holidays.
holidays.
Boom.
Boom.
Drinking this shit before the fucking Remy boys.
Remy,
Yeah. Thank the French for bringing cognac or French brandy to our forefathers in Southeast Asia. So,
It's been a sensation since.
absolutely. All I am is Birmingham mother truckers, but when I finally get settled down and get hitched in my wedding reception, because I'm not going to invite anyone who can't fucking drink. All right.
I can drink a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone will be dragging you out first. All right, happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Now that you're a year older, you're wiser.
You're wiser.
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys, appreciate that. Thank you very much. That wraps up 48, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
Peace out.
TATS. Two Asians talk sports.